And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Green Bay Packers. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Set and Lobo.
50.
Hey, Delta. Shift. Switch it. Ready?
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. He'll wind up getting a yard. The game's first play, it's second down.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Big series right here. We got to step it up. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Eddie Weapon.
Mike 54. Here we go.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now Austin. And go out of bounds just shy of the 20. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. I don't think you got it, son. Hey, alert 3. You got take.
On 1st and 10, Nielsen. Flushed out right. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Nielsen. A escaping the pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got. And you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Jones hit and the ball's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Brandon, never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
Now Rashad Penny. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. Looked like they might have been thinking safety with that pressure off the edge instead of worrying about the running back.
I like the observation because many defenses in that situation actually have get a safety in their play call. Upfield penetration, try and trap them in the backfield. Instead, absolutely escape. And fled for huge yardage on that play.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
They're running it.
Throwing again. Nielsen. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Check.
From the gun, Nielsen. And he finds a man. It's Martin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 22.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Tighten up.
Penny, a first down carry. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
I'm coming after you.
49, check 49, check 49.
To throw on second down, Nielsen. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Hey, tighten down. There you go. Chance.
We're scoreless after one. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
It's just me and you. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Safe. Go.
Operating from the gun, Nielsen. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A 24-yard touchdown as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
Was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
First down, New York.
That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
6-6, pull it high.
2nd and 5 now. Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 33. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jones now from the gun, he'll throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. On 2nd down, here's Barkley down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Jones on 3rd down. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And the kick by Rosas is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Throwing on 1st down. Nielsen. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw. Nielsen eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Ready? 30 base. Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6. 5.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. A little juke. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Check General West.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
On 2nd and 7, Jones. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, 46 yards. And the Giants have taken the lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to come from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. Here as he's taken down. Lorenzo Carter able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
17 yards. It's now 3rd down.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Don't be scared.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. He's going to go for a big play downfield and unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just in a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. On 2nd down now, Barkley, and he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Check 52.
Back.
You draw courses.
Mike's by 4.
Go.
I'm coming after you.
Speed dribble.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go. Set. 10 logo. Line 54. X3. 218. Chop. Get it.
On 2nd down, Barkley, and he gets it down to the 32. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Jones, operating from the gun. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Go.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It'll go as just a 15-yard punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. On first down, Nielsen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Flushed out right. That's caught inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And, boy, they hit that one.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the gun to give to Penny. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Looking to throw on second down. Nielsen. And now he'll tuck it and run. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
To throw on third down. Nielsen. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And Elliott puts this one through, and that will knot us up at 10. So they come away from this opening drive of the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job one, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Ready? Hey, exit.
They'll go to Barkley again. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
They all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On 1st down, Barkley. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Alpha.
54's Mike. Check.
From the 44, Jones. Looking long for Westbrook. And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for the Giants. 44 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley taking it in as his guys are able to regain the lead. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Terrific running there to start the drive, as that's going to go for 15 and a quick 1st down as well. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a 1st.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
They keep it with Penny on 1st down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the 1st. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. This is Penny. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
The tackle made back at the 47-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 3rd down, Nielsen. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 35. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Nielsen eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Nielsen. Buying time to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
To throw on 2nd down, Nielsen, and he finds Penny. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. An 11-yard touchdown. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
1st down, Giants on a pickup of 14. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Throwing Jones. And Robinson with a big catch. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 36. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36.
Bravo.
They'll run with Barkley. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. They come out here in the eye. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Recon, 132 fighter.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Rosas good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now,
and this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. 54 is much.
Throwing again. Nielsen looking deep for Adams. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, Delta. 6 guys. 5.
Now it's Barkley. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2. Seven remaining, so they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Match box right.
Now Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, we'll likely put an end to this thing. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game.
Go! 18 Gator.
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Giants 31. Packers 17.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They still can't get it. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. To throw on 3rd down, Nielsen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Lorenzo Carter in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
On 4th down, Nielsen. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Back to throw. Nielsen. He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Try to get it all back with one big shot right there, but even if successful, that doesn't get them all the way back to where they need to be. Can't totally abandon throwing the ball underneath as well.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Now he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 35. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. That's caught by Penny. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for the Giants, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.